when you have spent months getting so much criticism for the words that you put down on paper, how rewarding is it to be recognized as the best person to put words onto paper?
Well, I have to say, all that criticism that came out, it ended up being kind of a good thing, because one of the things that I wanted to do is I wanted to actually start a conversation about slavery, about America's role in it, and to actually take an audience member from the 21st century and stick them in the antebellum South and see what it would, and have a sense of what America was like back then. And so even the people that have criticized the movie, and a lot of people don't like it, and I can understand that, a lot of people do like it, and they've been kind of going back and forth. And that back and forth is really what I really wanted for the end of the day of this movie, and I hope that actually even continues for the next few years.
We're going to 117 and then 99.
Hi, over here.
On your left.
Sorry, hi.
Thank you. 117, there you go.
So your movie was such a success at the box office, as were a lot of the Best Picture nominees this year. Do you think that the financial success of these films is going to impact how studios think about making adult-oriented, serious-minded fare?
Well, I have to say that's a very good question, and I've been thinking about that a lot lately. I found myself... I go into my own little film study from time to time, especially during crazy moments like this, to kind of put it out of my brain. And one of the things I've been doing is I've been doing a lot of study on the films made in the early 70s, in particularly 69, 70, and 71. And that was the beginning, starting in 67, that was the beginning of what they called New Hollywood. And I have to say, I wasn't thinking about us. I was just doing that study for my own edification. And I looked at the 9 nominees, and I have to say, more than most other times you can think of, I actually recognized the spirit that was going on then with the 9 nominees now, and even backed by some commercial success in the case of some of them, where actually we were making adult movies about subjects that there's nothing about the subject at all in a lot of these movies that would suggest they would be commercial or be popular. And then they have been. And I actually think an adult audience is kind of rising up. I mean, the fact that we're actually not making every movie for teenagers is kind of a cool thing, especially now that I'm not a teenager anymore.
We're going to 99 and then down here to 40.
Yeah, hi there, Quentin, over here.
Yeah, gotcha.
I was just wondering what led you to include an Australian character in the closing part of your film.
Yeah, well, the whole idea, though, was the fact that I cut it out, but the whole idea was the fact that they were kind of Australian indentured servants for the LaQuinticky Mining Company. And what I cut out was this moment where my character was there, and Django says, so you work for the LaQuinticky Mining Company, don't you? Yeah. He goes, well, I know how much I'm getting paid. How much are you getting paid? Like, for instance, how much are you getting paid for the day? He goes, yeah, well, Black, you don't work like that, you know. LaQuinticky pay for my passage from Australia to here. And then I get paid, and I send a little back home for the family, and that's how it works. I'll pay them back for the boat trip. And they go, well, how long have you been working for LaQuinticky? About 3 years. 3 years? And you ain't paying them back yet?